Hello and welcome to another programming challenge video. This video deals with challenge 5, adding code for a potentiometer. As always, we're going to start on our H drive, our home drive, in our robotics folder, and we're going to open up the file that we used in our previous challenge. Okay, so in this case that's challenge 4, adding second motor. So open up the file for that. That opens up ROBOTC, brings us right to it. Like before, first thing we want to do is we want to resave this and give it the name of the new challenge. So File, Save As, and we're going to call this Challenge 5 Potentiometer. So 5. Alright, click Save, and we want to do the same with our task description. We're going to put 5 and add code for a there we go. All right, so with this particular challenge, we are going to continue adding code to what we've got here already. So I'm going to come down to the bottom of this, and I'm going to press the Enter button to bring that down a little bit, and then I'll use the arrow to tab it back up a little. Okay, so we're going to go up to the text functions area. We're going to expand the natural language selection. We're going to expand the movement selection, and we're going to expand the until selection. Okay, so the first command we want is until potentiometer greater than, and then the position. So we're going to drag that down. And what we're going to do is we're going to tell it the position. So I want you to type in 2048, and then we have to tell it what we called it in our motor and sensor setup. And so I do believe we called it, we scroll up, we can see what we called it. We called it just potentiometer. So there we go. All right, now a comment for this. Now, so what this is doing is if the potentiometer reads greater than 2048, the left motor will run. We haven't put in the code for the left motor yet, but we'll do that in a moment. So, all right, so can't type today. Okay, so left motor will run. Okay, so now onto the next command. So now we're going to drag out start motor. So start motor. Bring that right underneath, and as I mentioned before, we're going to tell it to start the left motor. So left motor, and speed of, we'll go full speed, 127. Put our comment in. Okay, so next we're going to now bring another command out, until potentiometer less than. So just drag that right down underneath. And then we'll do the position being less than 248. So okay, so until potentiometer is less than 2048, and then we got to tell it which port. Once again, just calling it potentiometer. Alright, and then now for our comment. And what I can do is I can just copy and paste this. Reads less than, left motor will, stop. Alright, and then the last command I'll drag down is stop motor. We need to tell it which motor. Again, left motor. And comment. Okay, so what this is going to do is it's basically just like the previous challenge. That is, once we save it, compile it. Whoops, what have I got going on here? Okay. Oh, I spelled motor wrong. Hello. Well, that's one of the benefits of when you compile the program. It tells you if you have an error, and you can see that I have an error here on line 40. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click OK, and I'm going to correct this. Use this as a teachable moment. All right, so let me compile it again, and then download it to the robot. Now, on a previous tutorial, you were learning how to use the potentiometer, and part of that was your use of the debugger window. Now, currently in the debugger window, we're showing our motors. We want to show our sensors too. So what we're going to do is we're going to come up to Robot. We're going to click on Robot. We're going to go down to Debugger Windows, and then we're going to come down and we're going to select Sensors. And if you notice now, we've got a sensor tab down here, and now we're looking at our sensors, and the sensors we have installed are line follower and potentiometer. So now look, currently the potentiometer is reading 2.268, and it's it's varying. It's going back and forth between something higher than that. So if I was to run start right now, the left motor would continue running. Now if I were to turn the potentiometer, I'm turning it up, but if I was to turn it clockwise, that is to the right, notice that it's going down all the way to 0. Okay, so for this particular challenge, I want it to read greater than the amount, in other words, greater than 2048, so that it will actually run when I want it to. Okay, so keep that in mind. All right, so we've downloaded, we've compiled, we've downloaded. Now we're going to press start, and in the video that follows you will see that it first runs this code. That is, you'll see the green light on, and then when I hit the limit switch, you'll see the right motor and left motor run. When I hit the bump switch, what you're going to see is you're going to see the right motor stop, but the left motor keep going. I'll explain why in a second. The green LED will turn off. The left motor will keep running because of this code, because the potentiometer will be greater than 2048, and it will stay running until I turn the potentiometer so that it's less than 2048. Then it'll turn off.